Wasting away again. All right, that works. Let's take a quick gander.
With another month of
Jeez, that is fucking loud as shit. Give me a minute. Can I get a chip? It's coming tomorrow, Aaron. It will be in. The one chip challenge will be tomorrow. It's getting in tomorrow morning. I ordered it, dude. You know what's crazy? Is the one chip challenge comes in a 2-pack, and you can only get it in a 2-pack. You can't. Looks weird. What do you mean? My camera? It's probably because I'm on my computer. I'm back on the computer. Sorry I'm late. Please forgive me. I literally just started. It's not the stream hasn't even been live for a minute, and you're here. Michigan champs. I mean, Michigan. Listen, Michigan was the best team in college basketball. Once they dominated, once they beat up on what's it called, on Arizona, I felt like they were the best team to beat. JV superstar, make way. People are talking. What did you say? One shit challenge? Yeah, one shit for the entire week. I'm taking one dump this week. No, I realized I owe you guys a one chip challenge. I was looking through some of my old vlogs and stuff. I forgot that I promised a one chip challenge. Where have you been, femboy connoisseur? Wow, I was in Virginia for Easter. I went down to Virginia to hang out with my mom for a little bit. Got some good days in down there. Did you see the Dodgers put an ass whooping on the Blue Jays? I did. Wait, how does it feel to be the sports portfolio analyst? See, when you say it like that, it sounds a lot better, Aaron. It makes it sound 10 times better. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Toronto Blue Jays are any good, Mike. People were talking about it. Wow, World Series rematch. This is not the same Blue Jays team as last year, and the Dodgers are better than they were a year ago. I mean, I think the only people that were making a big deal of it were the Canadians up north that think the Blue Jays are going to be good again just because they're supposed to. They're not. I got Viper glasses and a Brock Bowers jersey. That's the perfect outfit to go. Like that's what you wear when you go to the bar. The Pit Vipers and the Brock Bowers jersey. Let's see. I gotta catch up. Let's see. Where have you been, femboy? Yeah, I was in Virginia. I was there for about a week. I spent some time with my mom. Helped her with some things. It was a good time. Raiders. Best player on Dodgers is Andy Paz. Andy Paz has been the best player in baseball so far, statistically. That's pretty insane. Shout out Andy Paz. Good for him. But yeah, dude, I spent a couple days in Virginia, and big culture shock for me being in Virginia as long as I was. Just different, man. I don't know how to explain it. If I was a family man, yeah, dude. My mom's down there by herself, dude. I wanted to spend a little time. It's been a while since I've been down there. It's different. It's a different place. It's a lot slower compared to around here, and I kind of like it. It was a nice change of pace of not just run all the time. It was pretty. I'm good with it, man. It's quite the change of pace. When you're in New York your whole life, like I am, and you spend a week like that in Virginia, where it's not like I was on vacation. It's not like I was staying in a hotel and doing all sorts of touristy shit. I was hanging out at my mom's house, and you're allowed to defend yourself in Virginia. You are. I'm going to Vegas next week. Good for you, Link. Don't lie, you were at a gay bar hanging out with little bro. No. Ardell, definitely, that's one of the biggest things, man, is you walk around, you see people with guns on their fucking hip. And for me, being from New York, I'm a New Yorker, that is very weird. Because in New York, if they even think you have a gun on you, you're going to jail for at least 2 years. So, that's one of the bigger ones, is when you go into a fucking grocery store, and the guy who's asking you to move out of the way because he's grabbing milk has a fucking Glock on his hip, and it's totally legal. So that's one of the big things, but it's different. I was staying at my mom's place, a lot quieter, man. In New York, only the criminals have guns. I hate New York. Fair, XRS. SGA, what's going on? I love Virginia. I was stationed there for 6 months, and I loved it. Whereabouts in Virginia were you, XRS? That's cool. Like Virginia Beach area? I fucking love you like you're my brother. I appreciate that, SGA. That means that my friend knows like every gang sign. Well, make sure he's careful where he's fucking throwing those around. That's not anything you want to just like, you know, that's not a party trick by any means. That's something they take very seriously in those gangs. I'm walking here. Yeah, big difference. Diane Rico. Am I saying that right? Diane Rico. How are we? That was Newport News, Fort Eustis. Okay. I mean, yeah, Newport News area is cool too. Norfolk area, nice. That's cool. I love that area, dude. Virginia's got some like good, like Virginia Beach is one of my favorite towns. It's one of the best beach towns there is. The Blue Jays do not look like last year's team. They're not. The reason why I love you so much is you're the only person I could fuck around with, and you wouldn't have a problem with it. You're damn right, Diane. Welcome aboard. You know, we don't take anything. I don't know. I don't really know what to say to welcome people anymore. I don't know what the hell goes on here. This is your stream. Uh-oh. Jesus loves you, and I know we say Jesus fake, but have you prayed and seeked him? If so, Tom Hawk, I'll tell you what, man, to each their own. I would say everybody is entitled to their own feelings with that. I respect yours. Diane, yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what to tell you when you get here. It's more of just like kind of shit goes. Let's see. Hold on, let me make this chat a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit. Did you bet on today's game? I did not. I did not bet on the title game. I didn't really know what to think. You are the fuck. Welcome fuckers is the intro. That's a pretty good intro. I think welcome fuckers is a perfect way to say it. You are the fucking GOAT. Thanks. I appreciate that. I hate Michigan. You know, Michigan, they just get whatever they want. Doesn't it seem? Doesn't seem like they just get everything. It's like, dude, I was saying before the game tonight, UConn and Michigan fans in the same building was probably one of the most smug fucking arenas of all time. Like, there are no two groups of people that think so highly of themselves more than people that root for UConn and people that root for Michigan. So, yeah, it was just one of those things. If you were in that arena tonight, like, you probably had to hear how fucking great everybody was the whole game. I'm going to the San Francisco Giants versus Phillies game tomorrow. And my team is god-awful. We're 3-7, and we're a 3-game losing streak. It's fucked up. Yes, Jay, I'm sorry. My Mets had a lot to do with that, man. Transport that packs a punch. Where's your Stephen Hawking impression? I haven't done it yet. I don't really know how to do a Stephen Hawking impression. I can't even lie. I called it. I said UCLA was winning it the whole way. Just didn't think it would be the women. Yeah, listen, you were on the right track, Time Guy. You were just in the wrong sex. What do you think about Angel? Ain't anything but Net Reese getting traded. That was something, Aaron. I was a little bit surprised by that. But, you know, the WNBA is a business. I'm sure there's a reason both sides did it. I spent only $163. Wait, where was that? Well, you talk like a poo from The Simpsons. Do I sound like a poo? Damn. Why the fuck do you hate Michigan? Wow, all right. We're talking about the Michigan Wolverines here. I really want us to sweep the fucking Phillies because I hate the fucking Phillies. We got to sweep them today because I'll lose my shit. What's the score right now? Let me take a look. Last I checked, it was 6-4 Phillies. But yeah, listen, SGA. Hate to be the reason for your downfall here, but my Mets went into San Francisco and had their fucking way. What do you think of the Raiders' new quarterback? Kirk Cousins? I think it was a great move. Well, you should talk like a poo. Oh, you're saying I should talk like him. That I do sound like him. I got what you're saying. Mike, I think it was a good move. I think the Raiders need to have a guy like Kirk Cousins. It's kind of like what I said last year about, you know, the Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel situation. There was no veteran around. The Raiders just guaranteed themselves having a veteran in the presence of Fernando Mendoza for a year. I think it's a very good thing. Good security blanket to have. Flake, can I visit you? Where do you want to visit me? Because they cheat, their fans are insufferable, and they do whatever the fuck they want. True. Congratulations to the Jets, longest playoff drought in American pro sports. Hey, listen, we can make fun of it all you want. Shout out the Buffalo Sabres. Like, you know, that's a cool thing. I'm happy for that city. Although I hate their fucking football team. I hate the fans of that team. But, you know, that's a cool thing when a team breaks a drought like that. Shout out Dixon, your ass. Shout out Dixon, your ass. What is 1 + 1? It's fucking what? Do you like slaves? What the hell kind of question is that? I'm sorry. What? My team is so god awful that I'm taking a shit right now on the toilet. Well, I hope that isn't just when your team's not playing well. I hope like you have regular bowel movements, but I'm not gonna. That's not up for me to decide. What did he say that you look like Winnie the Pooh with that hat on? Well, damn. Well, it was Helen Keller alike. Dude, let me tell you something, Glassman. I made that short. That was a video. I was just watching Criminal Minds. I was like, yeah, I had a thought about this. I didn't realize how many fucking Helen Keller fans there are out there. You know how many people were like, hey, man, Helen Keller knew how to talk. I know Helen Keller knew how to talk. It's just when you fucking sit there and you're like I understand that Helen Keller learned how to communicate and shit. But when you're sitting there watching a show and you hear this fucking elaborate quote, you're like, wow, Helen Keller said that? Damn. It's a perfect signing to bring him along. The Helen Keller gang is real. They will come after you. Ardell, all I do is make points. I get it. She could communicate, but for me to be sitting there watching a show and be like, really? Helen Keller said that fucking long excerpt? I doubt it. It had to be a lie. No way that shit could have happened. Well, Glassman, here's my thought on the whole situation. Because, I'm not a Helen Keller denier by any means. I'm not one of those people. I believe, she had strides that were probably stuff that nobody ever thought she could do. I believe she could communicate. I understand that people with disabilities don't just, especially people who are blind and deaf aren't dumb. That's not what that means. But just the sheer absurdity of some of the things that she accomplished is just, when you look at it, you gotta look at it for what it is. When you look at the whole Helen Keller thing, it's okay, she learned how to say water when she was 7, right? Amazing story. Sounds very reasonable. It just kind of sounds like it just sounds like a snowball effect of a story and a legend getting crazier and crazier. She went to Harvard and fucking graduated. I can believe that. I like watching random streamers when I just had additional surgery on my right knee. Nice try. That was a good try. You almost had me there, Edward, but thanks for the 2 joules. That was very close. You were very close. No, Ardell, I'm certain. I know Helen Keller could communicate. Helen Keller versus Flay. It's just she flew in a plane. Who in their right mind would let a blind and deaf woman sit in the cockpit of a plane? I'm just saying. It's crazy. How did she even eat, drink, or shower? So the thing is, I believe, for certain people who are blind and deaf, they learn how to adapt. I'm certain that that's the case. I just think, some of these stories, when you think about the greater picture of the whole thing, it's all right, some of this stuff might be a little bit exaggerated, is all I'm saying. It's just when you look at it for what it is. Edward, I appreciate you stopping by trying to get me to say the N-word, but hey, not going to get me. I'm not trying to get canceled before my career even takes off. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. You're so cool. You're dope. Thanks. Somebody asked me if I saw the UConn game. Eddie, I'm sorry. I got into the Helen Keller wormhole again, and I know that Army's going to come after me. You damn hooker, where you gone so long? I was in Virginia for the week, and I was with my mom for a week, and it's kind of hard to stream around my mom because she we were talking about a lot of things. It's just it's not easy. Her house is pretty big, but I don't know. I just didn't want to be streaming and be annoying her. So that's all it was. But I'm here. I was there for a week. So, Flay, you should do some magic tricks for blind people. Hey, I think about anybody can. But yeah, Derek, I saw you were at the Angels game tonight. Is mom single? Technically, she's a widow. So, I guess so. But yeah, Eddie, I saw the UConn game. I thought UConn Magic was starting up again tonight. At the end of that game, Michigan all of a sudden couldn't get the ball past half court. That got a little bit freaky at the end. I thought maybe we had a little UConn Magic all over again. Yeah, they smacked up Chris Sale. I saw that. Good for them. Good for the Angels. The Angels, they've been playing some fun baseball. Fucking Joe Adell. I had Mariners money line when Joe Adell fucking robbed 3 home runs. Yeah, Eddie, that got a little bit hectic at the end. That was great. You should do some magic trick and make his dick longer, bigger. Yeah, I wish there was a magic trick that did that because I'm in shambles here. Flay, thoughts on Indian pussy? What the hell? Why would I even answer that? What do I say to that question? I don't know how to even start. Yeah, Jose Soriano's looked good this year, Derek. I've seen a couple of his starts. He's looked good. The San Francisco Giants are down 6-4 against the Phillies. They're in the bottom of the ninth. I hope the Giants don't get 3 outs because I'm going to lose my shit. Dude, you know what the thing is? SGA, it's a long season. It happens. You're going to lose games. It's baseball. Why does your mouth look slightly shut on the side? What do you mean it looks slightly shut? Because I'm trying to talk into the mic. Maybe it's because I'm trying to read chat here, talking to the mic over here, look in the camera here. I'm like trying to project myself that way. Am I just not talking enough? Like maybe I need to articulate a little better. It's all pink on the inside. Exactly 1.0. You're goofy. You're a goofy, funny person. Thanks. Is it good or mid? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Like, is it good or mid? I have no idea. I'm trying to think if I ever hooked up with anybody of Indian descent. Yeah, I have. I don't remember. Savage Will, what's up? Lana, what the hell are you talking about? Flay, you're pink through and through. What the hell does that even mean? I like Dan as a coach. Dude, I love Dan Hurley. Eddie, like, I'm a St. John's guy, so there's a big UConn-St. John's rivalry there. But Danny Hurley is an unbelievable basketball coach. He has done a phenomenal job at UConn. He's brought the UConn program back. Great coach. I'm a big fan of Danny Hurley as well. I love watching him on the sideline. I would love to go to a game and just watch him the entire game because he's an absolute fucking lunatic. And it's good for the sport. Why did Stephen Hawking stop playing hide and seek with his wife? Because she kept using a metal detector. He went to my college. What college was that, Eddie? I can't remember off the top of my head. I know it's early in the season, but the Angels are tied for first in the AL West with Houston since Rockies won. Yeah, listen, Derek, it's never too early to start fucking counting games. It's absolutely, you can be excited as an Angel fan, for sure. Are you Unk? I think I am. I think I would, qualify for certain. Well, you should get a tattoo, a W on each cheek and then bend over. I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, Seton Hall. He was a Seton Hall guy. I wasn't sure. Eddie, I didn't know you went to Seton Hall. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like Seton Hall's in the area. Seton Hall's a tri-state area team. Yo, I finally got my son's hat on the 31st of March. Nice. I'm glad. No, you aren't Unk, you're retarded. Calling me retarded and then using the wrong form of your. Come on, Derek, the jokes write themselves there. Would it be so funny if you called him a she, like won themselves a championship? Huh. Upside down tattoo spells mom. Don't recommend. Is that what that is? Is that why I would do that? Huh. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not really sure. Like, and even if I did get the tattoo, what would I show? I wouldn't show it to you guys. Yes, co-captain my senior year football. I like that, Eddie. Oh, at Seton Hall? Damn, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Derek, I was going to say the jokes write themselves. Yeah, wow or mom. Like, yeah, I get the tattoo for World of Warcraft, of course, right on my fucking asshole. Yo, what's going on, Connor? Hold on. It would be so fun if you referred to him as a woman. Danny Hurley? I mean, SGA, maybe next year when I'm trying to, be derogatory towards him, I'll call him that. But maybe. Goddamn, UConn sucks. UConn had a magical run, dude. It was bound to come to an end. Joe Waters, what's up, man? How you doing? Dude, Joe, I was in the DMV area. I spent the week in Richmond, hanging out with my mom. I was hoping to get to the DC area for something, but we decided not to. Giants tryout, not bragging. Sherry, listen, Eddie, brag about that. That's awesome. I'm trying to get every team's hat and jersey of NFL, MLB, and NBA. That's a great collection there. Well, hold on. Shit. Hold on. I'm cutting the feed for a second. 1 second. Just because I got to stand up. I'm here. All right, we're back. Just had to stand up. I have a friend from every age to 26. Huh. A lot of good crack in D.C. I've never tried the District of Columbia crack, but I believe it. Let me tell you, I when I went to D.C., it was a great fucking phenomenal area. I like D.C. I like the DMV. Best stream on live. I appreciate that, Eddie. The Islanders suck. I know, dude. The Islanders have been fucking miserable. Lakers, man. Fucking Lakers. Yeah. That sucks that the Lakers injuries are going to derail their season because that was a fun team going into the postseason. I was in Roanoke, Virginia this past weekend. Cousin was in a bad motorcycle accident, but he's luckily okay. Just a long recovery. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. That's tough, man. My uncle was in a motorcycle accident a bunch of years ago. It's a miserable thing. Motorcycles are extremely dangerous, man. But I'm glad he's okay. Yeah, that's a tough recovery, man. When you get into a motorcycle accident, there's no protection, man. That's brutal, though. Flav, have you ever been to Saskatchewan? No, I have not. I've never been to Canada. Do you think the Angels might have a better season than last year? I think they could. I think the Angels have the tools to. I don't know. I think their pitching is slightly better. They didn't really do much, but I think like the talent on the Angels is undeniable. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Probably not, but TDS or HRS? Wait, what do you mean? Reds are on fire. Your Reds are playing really good right now, Connor. Yes, absolutely. Luka's going to Europe to try to speed up his recovery. Yeah, you know what that means. He's getting fucking steroids. The Russian gas. The mayor of D.C. was a crackhead and got reelected in the 90s. I never knew that. There's history. Only in the district. Only in the DMV, baby. Would you take the Eagles quarterback on your team? No. Jalen Hurts? No. Listen, I think Jalen Hurts was in a great situation. Giants lost to the Phillies. SJ, long season. Don't worry. I wouldn't get too crazy. DC is an interesting area to live in. I will say that. Yeah, I spent the weekend there, man. It's a cool area. It's different. I fucking cut myself. I just noticed. I was messing with my mom's gazebo, and it like stabbed me. There was a little piece of wood sticking out. It fucking stabbed me in the arm. Touchdowns or home runs? Ooh, home runs. Reds are 7-3. Good for them. If the Giants keep on losing, I mean, yeah, at some point you got to put Tony Vitello in the hot seat there, SGA. Flay wants kids with Kim Kardashian. Who doesn't? Dude, I would have kids with Kim Kardashian. I think any one of us would. Right? Marion Barry, effing nuts. Yeah, I never heard about that. You saw the news about the Giants player asking for a trade, Dexter Lawrence? Yeah, I did see that. Dexter Lawrence is a great player. Gotta hydrate. Home runs. Yeah, absolutely. Home run. I would take home runs over touchdowns any day. Whenever I'm pissed at my teams, I think of Flay's favorite teams, and I feel better. That's just mean, and that was, I'm not upset, but that definitely hurt more than it should have. Flay wants to fuck the vegan teacher. Who's the vegan teacher? We'd all get cancer from all the plastic in our body. You're not wrong about that. Listen, she could be as plastic as possible. We had a dude 20 minutes from me, quadruple amputee, and he managed to shoot a dude. Southern Maryland at DC is wild. That's not the cornhole guy, right? The cornhole? Dude, Joe, you're talking about the cornhole player? Because let me talk about that. You know how fucking crazy that is? Look up the vegan teacher. I'll check it out. You know how fucking nuts that is? That that guy, the quadruple amputee that shot his friend or whatever. It's so funny because he probably would have gotten off. You played against him, that's crazy. He probably would have got off because just the sheer idea that he's got no arms or legs. If he didn't fucking post a million videos of himself defying the odds and shooting a fucking gun. Think about it. If he just kept those videos to himself, if he didn't try to be a fucking content creator, he probably would be getting off. It's absolutely insane. Why did the dude let him have that time? Dude, you know what? I also said that, Joe, and it's kind of fucked up. Rest in peace, the guy. It sucks. It's terrible that somebody died. I mean, let's look at it for what it is. Survival of the fittest. You're getting shot by a guy that has no arms and no legs. Maybe you're not the most aware person on planet Earth. That can't happen. I'm sorry. My question is this. It's fucked up, Joe. It's a fucked up thing to say. Obviously, rest in peace to the guy. It's a terrible tragedy. But you got a guy with no arms and no legs fucking taking you out. I don't know, man. It almost seems like natural selection in a way. No, but all in all, it's a terrible tragedy. And at the same time, the fucking quadruple amputee posting all these videos of himself fucking shooting a gun. Like I said, if he just deleted all those videos, he'd probably be getting off because there would be no way people would be like, yeah, right, no arms, no legs. How is he shooting a gun? Well, there's a million videos of him doing it, of him being a fucking hero and defying the odds. So now he's going to prison for the rest of his life. Just look on the bright side, that guy has the craziest dad lore. That's true. SGA, what the hell are you talking about? Why do the Islanders blow cock? They're just playing miserable hockey, Derek. I don't know, like, completely uninspired. I'm not surprised they fired Patrick Waugh. Honestly, I'm glad they did. I didn't think they were going to have the balls to do it. It had to be done. My dad got popped by a no arm, no leg dude. Yeah, you got hit by a torso. It's crazy. Yeah, you got fucking taken out by a fucking, oh no, by a fucking CPR dummy. Like, oh my God. That can't happen. Oh, he's going to get bowled over in prison, all his balls? Yeah, there's no way. He's not going to be a Gen Pop guy, but still. You can't get shot by a guy, by a torso is crazy, dude. Oh, no. Is that why your hat is backwards? Because you're embarrassed by the team? Kind of. Maybe he had the quick draw perk. True, maybe he did. Yeah, it's a little bit of shame and more so. I think it looks more ridiculous when it's on backwards. Mind Quad from Family Guy, yeah. Thoughts on Trump Easter tweet about Iran? I mean, listen, I've said it the entire time that Donald Trump was the president. I think he just needs to get off social media. Like, I think he doesn't do things very presidential. Like, I don't think he's got, like, a very, diplomatic approach to things. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. I think it's like, dude, just do whatever you're going to do. Tell the guy to clap. True. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on there. That's my thought on it. It's like the guy's never been the most diplomatic president we've had. You know what is funny about... Dude. Clapped with his ball sack. Oh, no. I'm just saying, man. Like, going back to the guy getting shot, the quadruple amputee. Like, Trump getting trolled badly on Twitter by the Iran embassy. I'm sure he's fucking miserable about that. Like, the Iran embassy in Zimbabwe. How does he wipe? That's a good question. How does he wipe? A lot of questions there, Glassman. Ton. How does he shoot a gun? You know? How does he fucking pick up a gun and shoot somebody? I don't know. The guy seemed to defy the odds with 4 stumps. He attached a stick to his arm nubs. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way. There has to be. There absolutely has to be a way for him to wipe, but when he pisses, it just sprays like a loose hose. That's a good question, too. When he takes a piss, like, yeah, it probably just like, it probably is like a fucking fire hose. The amputee has a dildo and a detachable wipe on the toilet. I mean, he's got to have a bidet, right? It has to be a fucking built-in bidet in his toilet. There's just no other way. You can't possibly live as a quadruple amputee. He's not wiping. There's no way. Would you rather hang out with John Cena and give STF or date Trish Stratus and get dumped in a week? I'm dating Trish Stratus every time. Will he bleed if you hit his arm stubs with a stick? Huh. He lays on his stomach and pees into a hole. Probably does. Andre, what's going on? How are we? Dude, a lot of questions about this amputee guy. Holy shit. No, I mastered the art of not having to hold my Johnson when I pee. Really? Sometimes, Connor, it just like kind of, you got to give it a little bit of a direction. You got to at least like put it in somewhat direction. Nate, what's up, man? How are we? What's going on, bro? Thoughts on Pat McAfee entering the Randy Cody Rhodes storyline? Dude, WWE is so fucking bad. So bad. So bad. Horrible. Why the fuck? Pat McAfee was the guy that Randy Orton called. There's fucking hundreds and hundreds of years of wrestling history, and he called Pat McAfee. I hate wrestling. It's so bad. We're good. Yeah, dude, Nate. I hope everything's good, man. Kane, 2028 president, could happen. He literally lived 20 minutes from me. That's crazy, Joe. Damn. And you said you played cornhole against him? That's amazing. Would you rather get pegged by Trish Stratus or bang Nia Jax? Oh, good question. Probably banging Nia Jax. I'm not getting pegged. I don't want anybody near my asshole. Yeah, the Pat McAfee shit is so stupid. Wrong messenger, but right message. Hey. Should I get mad? I got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet. I was only there for 4 hours. Yeah, you should get mad. Then it's not an all-you-can-eat fucking buffet. That's bullshit, DSAR. They said all you can eat. You're eating all you can eat. It was literally like Rikishi saying he did it for The Rock, but worse. Yeah, way worse, Glassman. Like Rikishi, at least there was a connection there. Like the Anoa'i family connection. Pat McAfee, you're speaking the truth, don't you think? Oh, Pat McAfee? Oh, well, listen, I think, like, what Pat McAfee came out and said was actually pretty fucking cool. Like, I thought, like all the words that came out of his mouth was good. But why did it have to be Pat McAfee? Like, it could have gotten, like, anybody. Anybody in that spot would have been better. Dude, even if fucking fraudster Ted DiBiase Jr. came back and said all that, that would have been cool. Like, it could have been anybody. It's just Pat McAfee makes no sense in the situation. Just weird. Could have been Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens would have been perfect. Like, if it was Kevin Owens, it would have been perfect. Or Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's son. How about, like, dude, layup, Glassman. They wanted to do a Kurt Angle's son storyline, and they wanted to pick somebody from American Alpha, and they clearly picked the wrong fucking guy, when it was so clear as day that Chad Gable was the more talented wrestler in every way. Yeah, Nate, exactly what you said. It was a great promo Gable 100%. Should have been Hulk Hogan. Yeah, imagine. If Hulk Hogan was on the other phone. I'm in Vegas right now. What are you doing in Vegas, Goated? Damn, YouTube censorship. It's brutal, man. Can't get anything through. Yeah, Nate, I'm with you 100% on that. Goated, what are you doing in Vegas, Goated? Yeah, I don't know. It's just Pat McAfee was not the guy. Should have been Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk in that spot would have been weird. Dude, it could have been anybody. Hornets win it all. That would be sick. Listen, if the Knicks aren't winning the Eastern Conference, I'd be all for the vibes of the Hornets winning the Eastern Conference. I couldn't say Ted Bundy, really? Spring break type shit. Nice. Who'd you go with, Goated? Where are you staying is the most important question. Not that I'm gonna fucking come out there. Ted DiBiase, could you imagine? Ted DiBiase Jr. If he showed up and came back, it at least would have been a cool, like, what the hell is he doing here? Arya, nice. A lot of content creators go to Arya, because that's like, they let you film there. I said Ted Bundy would have been better than Pat. It would have been. Pretty solid place. Yeah, dude, Goated, you look around, you'll probably see some of these, like, I know, what's his face? Bluff is a guy that always goes there. Cry Me a River about Pat McAfee. I like have Bob Orton too. Yeah, Bob Orton would have worked better. Much better. A lot of good stuff in Vegas, Goated. See the pipe bomb tonight by Punk? He actually went off. I did see it. And I mean, nobody cuts a pipe bomb like CM Punk. But I'll also say, I think CM Punk, like, I like the character CM Punk. The guy behind the character is full of shit. Like, I just think he's such a fucking disingenuine, like, I don't know. Just in general, I have trouble buying into the things CM Punk says. And, like, character-wise, CM Punk's great. Like, I think, like, he's a great wrestling character. His in-ring work is shit. Yeah, I've never, like, you know, CM Punk is a great storyteller. Not necessarily a great technical wrestler. No, because Flay isn't brain dead, Nathan. What'd he say? You're starting to become a Democrat. No, I'm not. What? I'm right down the middle. I'm fucking, I don't want to be a part of, I don't want to be associated with fucking anything. Get sexual with Hillary Clinton or Nancy Pelosi? Ooh, I don't know. In their primes? I'd imagine Pelosi had a fucking Imagine Pelosi wasn't a bad looker. You're just salty CM Punk blocked you on social media. Kind of. Well, he blocked me on social media because he was talking shit about the Islanders. I made a joke about him getting his ass kicked in the UFC. Fucking, who's the real soft asshole? Pelosi was hot back in her day? I'd imagine. Should have been the Rizzler, but on the mic he was legit. Dude, CM Punk is one of the best talkers, in my opinion, in wrestling history. He's one of those guys. He captures my attention. Like, when he gets a mic and he starts talking, it's amazing. He really blocked you. You're a legend. Dude, he said something about, he was talking shit about the Islanders. Like, I'm not going to let that happen. So I was like, hey, you fucking went in a UFC ring and got your ass kicked. I wouldn't go in a UFC ring. I'm talking shit about something I wouldn't do. Would you rather have Chris Benoit or Aaron Hernandez as a father? Definitely Aaron Hernandez. Chris Benoit killed his son. Like, I don't even think that's a fucking... There's no debate there. Yo, Shaps, what's up, man? Hernandez because he didn't do it. Yeah, exactly. Chris Benoit killed his son. Of course I'm not going to have Chris Benoit as my father. I had the bubble guts all day today, and I was ripping some absolute Stanley Steamers and a few gambles. I couldn't tell if it was sweat or short at a certain point. See, garbage, that's the thing, man. You know, it's like Schrodinger's cat. At that point, you don't even look. Like, you know, is it sweat or is it a short? It can be a sweat if you don't look. Didn't he get into 2 AEW fights? Yeah, I think so. He got destroyed. I rewatched those fights and oh my god, he was so horrible. You know, I'll give him credit, Nate. Like, you know, the guy got into a UFC ring. I think anybody that goes and fights willingly in the UFC is a crazy person as is. That's an absolute, like, that is the most, in my opinion, you're the craziest person. You're a fucking tough guy if you get in the ring and do that. I wouldn't argue with that. You talk shit about my Islanders, I'm going to remind you that you got your ass kicked in like 20 seconds. And he was doing No Kings protest and then wrestled in Saudi Arabia. Well, yeah, he was talking Saudi money, dirty money. And then the second WWE came calling with the paycheck, all of a sudden his morals are out the window. I don't know. I think CM Punk is just a fucking... Clearly, there's an issue. Flay, you'd do better than CM Punk with no train. I would not. I would get my ass kicked. Prime China or Tiffany Stratton to do. Like the Bang? Tiffany Stratton. Chris Benoit was a nice man on earth. Oh. Oh boy, had soup ass. Yeah. Do you think he can actually fight in real life? Do you think he can kick most people's ass in the locker room? I don't know, Nate. It's a good question. I would think. I mean, if he was... Do you think the UFC just brought him in because he was a name? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Or did they think he could actually fight? Because, I mean, I'm sure he could kick some asses if he's... then Brock Lesnar kicked ass in UFC, so that excuse is out the window. Well, yeah, Brock Lesnar was a different... Brock Lesnar was a different animal. Well, he's roasting in hell now, and his son is with the Lord. Oh, man. I think so. Yeah, I mean... I would think he could kick most people's asses. If he had the confidence to go into a UFC ring, I would imagine he could kick a lot of people's asses. If you see the training footage, he's worse than a nobody at an average gym. I am less than a nobody. Brock Lesnar would beat your ass, my ass, 100%. Dude, Brock Lesnar would fucking kick my ass one-handed. Brock Lesnar is the alpha of our species. He is. Flay get any this weekend? Be honest, I did not. No, I was in Virginia visiting my mom. I didn't go anywhere. You think he can kick Seth Rollins' ass? 100%. You're somebody to me, Flay. I appreciate that 1.0. I'm just talking in a fighting aspect. I would get my ass kicked by almost anybody. So Brock Lesnar, definitely kicking my ass. Flay wants to do mud wrestling with Brock Lesnar. I'm good on that. I know Derek wants to watch that. I think Derek just wants to be on the, just wants to have that on his screen. Jello wrestling, damn. We got primates, humans. What? I don't know. Seth is bigger and younger. Yeah, I don't know. Nate, I don't know like what Seth Rollins' fighting ability would be. Would you rather date a hot female wrestler or MMA hot fighter? Hot female wrestler. I do not want to date. Well. The hot female wrestler could probably kick my ass too, but imagine pissing off your hot MMA girlfriend and she just fucking puts you in an armbar. Like, I've always said, like, I don't understand. I would be scared to fucking death. Like, forget that. Epstein should have been that call. Jeffrey Epstein walks in the ring. That would have been shocking. That would have been something. He's going to stop CM Punk for reals. I mean, I know they don't like... I know Seth Rollins hates his guts. Is G-Dub Arrow a good wrestling name for me? Be honest. G-Dub Arrow? I think that could work, Will. That kind of sounds sick. I thought you were actually naming a real wrestler. It sounds pretty cool. There's something about an alpha female, to be honest. There is, Nate, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, the once a month that, like, you know, you want to pick dinner and she puts you in an armbar. I don't know. That scares me. WrestleMania is in 2 weeks. It is. Flay's hero is Ted Bundy. Not true. That is not correct. That is not correct information. WWE should sign Andrew Tate. And to do what? I eat dirty assholes. You wouldn't think about eating. All right. Fair enough. On that note, need a water break. Flake denounced Ted Bundy. I mean, I didn't know I had to. I didn't know I had to openly announce, hey guys, I denounced Ted Bundy. Andrew's just going to provoke people to kill themselves, so no. I've only eaten ass twice. I've even rated. Flake, go buy a ticket for WrestleMania and go to Vegas. No shot. No, I'd much rather watch WrestleMania on my TV. I don't understand, like, big venues like that. I wouldn't want to buy a ticket and, like, barely be able to see the ring. If Ricochet was still in WWE, it could have been Andrew Tate versus Ricochet. They look the same. Mets above 500 yet. Have you been paying attention? The Mets are the fucking bee's knees. The Mets have been above 500. Although Juan Soto's on the IL. I think it's a smart move. You know, it's cold. You don't want him getting hurt. Flay, why do you have a Ted Bundy shirt? Why have you been in my closet? Sal Stewart. Dude, Sal Stewart's having a great year. You think Vince is going to buy WWE back? I don't think we've seen the last of Vince McMahon in WWE. I thought he was going to be the call. I thought it was going to be Vince McMahon coming back. Do I think he buys it back? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it could happen. Reds Mariners World Series. This is the Reds year? All right. Whatever you guys say. Yankees Mets 2026 World Series. Must be the money. That would have been so amazing. Dude, if Vince McMahon was the guy on the phone, like, that would have been unreal. Like, it would have been such one of those moments. One of the moments in my recent memory of a guy coming back was CM Punk coming back to WWE. It was so surreal. It was one of those moments where you forget everything that happened because you're like, I can't believe this guy's back. It just was like Vince McMahon would be that times 100. Dodgers Mets World Series can't happen. Reds swept the Rangers. Now we're going to sweep the Marlins. Oh, no. Hey, might as well fucking schedule the parade, guys. The Reds sweep the Texas Rangers, guys. Schedule the fucking parade. Only Mania I've been to was WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. Really fun show. Great show. That's a great one to be at, Glassman. The Hardy Boys coming back. Jameis, I missed you too, man. Because the damn Dodgers are loaded. The Dodgers are fucking good, dude. We didn't like the John Cena heel turn. Shocker. Exactly. And then, like, hopefully they don't screw it up as bad as the John Cena heel turn. Would you rather have sweet diarrhea or pee logs? A sweat diarrhea? Probably sweat diarrhea. Like, wait, on my whole body? No, I'd rather pee logs. Never mind. Yep, the Hardy Boys. That was a sick comeback. The crowd went crazy. That moment was amazing. My Reds are poverty. Hey, listen, they look good. Can we watch you sleep like other streamers? I mean, if I could figure out a way to, like, set up my, if I could figure out a way to set up my alerts so that you guys could watch me sleep and wake me up, I would. Like, you know how you could, like, donate to a streamer and, like, It fucking the sound wakes him up. About to throw in a pizza. Hell yeah. I called it too. I jumped up like a little kid. Yeah, that was that was insane. I literally stood up when that happened. I couldn't believe they were back. When's the next N-word stream, dude? If Epstein files are being dropped, then free Diddy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna dive into that one. I passed by a high school. What do you mean? Wait, what? Remember when you hooked up with Zach Wilson? That's not what happened. That is not the story. I did not hook up with Zach Wilson. That is not how that went down. Would you live the rest of your life in love with a man if the Islanders could win? I don't know. Probably not. Wait, what do you look tired as fuck? I don't. I got a lot of things going on at once. I'm looking down at my phone. I got this. I got my other screen up. A lot of fucking little ADHD going on here. I passed by a high school the other day, saw a very attractive girl. I was like, you know what? Epstein isn't that bad of a guy. Oh, dude. Whoa. I'm not even going to dissect that. Flay seeing his Snapchat AI girlfriend's message. Yes. Yes. No, Nate, I know you're fucking around, but still. I didn't even know how to answer that one because I was like, I got to tiptoe around this. Flay, remember when you told the story of kissing Zach Wilson? That's one of my favorite Christmas sweaters of all time. I saw mommy kissing Zach Wilson. My buddy has that. Great sweater. Great Christmas sweater. Irish King, what's up, my man? How the hell are we? Kind of just chilling. We're fucking Jericho literally predicted Epstein. You just made the list. Chris Jericho? Chris Jericho's gimmick was being Jeffrey Epstein. Never thought of it like that. I thought he was looking at you in the crowd and saw you weren't kissing anyone, so he stepped up. No, none of that went. No, we were at... Yeah, he was just a great wingman. Chris Jericho returned to AEW. I saw that. I thought Chris Jericho was coming back to WWE. Is Zach Wilson friends with Mark Sanchez? And by the way, Fox better re-sign Mark Sanchez. He's innocent. I don't know if Mark Sanchez is innocent. There's videotape of him not being very innocent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wingman. Whoa, we got a super chat from Tennis. Sleep so I can watch you. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess like the sleep streams would probably be like. I feel like that's like free watch hours, but I feel like I'd oversleep. You mean Great Kiss Man, not Wingman? Should I try a sleep stream and see what happens? I would have to sleep. I would have to sleep right on the couch here. I wouldn't be able to sleep I'm not going to go in my room. Don't blame Jericho for staying in AEW. Yeah, I don't know. Flay's down for sleep streams. Listen. I don't know what it would do for you guys. I don't know, like, Flay, do you sleep naked or no? I don't know. I sleep in boxers usually. But if I was falling asleep live, I don't think I'd sleep in boxers. What's your address so we can watch you in person? Should I get like a glass box outside? I like that beat up. Yeah, no, listen. He had to do what he had to do. I get it. I understand. Flay's got toys in his room so he won't show. No, it's just... No, there's really nothing in my room. It's not even... The problem isn't like... The problem isn't my room itself. It's just that my setup in here... I'm not going to stream from my phone overnight because I watch shit on my phone when I go to sleep. Like, I would just set up this camera up here so I could face it towards my couch. I would sleep on the couch. What's up, Dr. Flay? I don't think legally I can call myself that, but hey. What's up, man? I still can't fathom if some of the NFL stars is bad dudes like Antonio Brown and Mark Sanchez. Yeah, I mean, Antonio Brown went crazy. Mark Sanchez, not a guy you want to party with. See that Joe Rogan is compromised officially? People are pissed at him online? What do you mean? What did he do? I have a full setup of Star Wars Legos dedicated to one half of my room. That's pretty cool. Dr. Phil calls himself a doctor. Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe I can call myself a doctor. But I'm not going to. I think like the difference is I won't do it. It's a good point though about Dr. Phil. I've done drugs and drank before. Wait, I've done drugs before and drank. Not once did I ever want to hurt someone. Dr. Flay, want to play doctor? No. I think I would say no to that. Bad dudes. CTE. We should get a poker league started. Why is Soto on the DL? He's got a calf strain, and it's just cold. I don't think they want to have him out there when it's cold like this. So I think they're just precautionary. All right, guys. I'm actually going to switch over to my phone because I want to sit on my couch. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to switch over to the phone. I think I figured out how to make sure the stream doesn't buzz for you guys.